getting ready to drop the Distant Relatives album with Damian Marley. How'd that come together? That was it was in works for a long time, right?
Yeah, we've been working on it for like a year and a half. So we just wanted to get down, work together.
How'd you make the decision to finally go in and do it and go with what label you were gonna go with to release the album and all the politics of getting the album together?
Yeah, we just worked on the music, and it wasn't about what label was gonna put it out. We on two different labels. We just sorted it out later on. We just started doing it ourselves. So we just felt like it was a good thing to do right now. It just felt good. You went with it, you know what I'm saying? When you feel it, go with it.
What was the recording process like? Were you guys in the studio together? Did you guys email each other tracks or send each other tracks?
Yeah, we was in the sessions together. Every session we did in the same room.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the first song you recorded? Remember?
First song I think we recorded was As We Enter.
As we enter, come the take upon the biggest adventure. Must be dementia that you ever thought you could touch our credentials.
Easiest. It was just, the track was up. We just said, let's go back and forth and just go.
How many songs on the album?
The album has like 14 records, I think.
How many did you guys record, and did you have to shape it down to 14 or?
Nah, we just recorded, and once it was done, it was done. We didn't go back. We didn't go and say take this off and add something new. We just recorded the songs, and that was it.
What do you think about the speed of the internet now, and how you can record something in the studio and it can be out on the internet and downloaded in less than 24 hours? Do you embrace the internet, or do you think it's hurting artists' creativity and the way the music is? Because sometimes records get leaked and they're not mixed, or they're not mastered properly, and you don't want that out there before it's completed. So what do you think?
I mean, before that, the mob was hijacking trucks with albums. You know what I'm saying? With shiploads of albums going to the warehouse, was getting hijacked and shit, robbed.
Yeah.
Or the shit would just leak. Somebody make a cassette copy or a CD copy or whatever they was doing back then. And shit was always leaking. You know what I'm saying? The black market, you know what I mean? The Africans just be out there with the fake joints on the sidewalk, you know what I'm saying? It's always going to leak. No matter if it's the internet or what, it was always leaking before the internet. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Do you think with the internet now it's been affecting sales or more than, because even with the leaks you would still have your million selling, even with the black market like you were just talking about, you still have your artists who would sell their million records and do stuff back then. So you think the internet is hurting the sales?
I don't like saying that. You know what I mean? At first, when it first happened, it was a lot of music being stolen, you know what I mean? It still is, but at first it was such a new thing that everybody blamed the internet, but it's the new world. It's the new world, so it is what it is. It'll balance out at some point, you know what I mean?
How would you rate Barack Obama on what he's accomplished thus far these past 2 years? And what do you feel about the scrutiny that people give him when he makes decisions?
I think he knew what he signed up for before he got in office. He was running for president. You know what that job entails. He's not surprised by anything that people are doing or saying. You know what I mean? He's got. If I was him, I'd probably think a lot of people is fucking stupid. You know. I would think.
Elaborate on that, Mike. Why you say that?
I mean, it's stupid. It's shit that people caught up in that don't matter. You know what I mean? Shit they got against him that has no real meaning. You know what I'm saying?
What was the last movie you saw? Do you go to, does Nas go to the movies?
Does Nas go to the movies?
You probably like to watch movies in your crib.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, I fuck with the movies. Yeah.
You got into the Avatar craze?
Yeah, Avatar's crazy. Craziest shit ever. You know, I'm ready to see the new Freddy Krueger shit, you know.
How did you feel when you heard that Michael Jackson passed last year? Where were you? Remember where you were when you got the call when you heard about it?
Yeah, Mike, I was home. I was at in Georgia home at the crib. And fucking big gust of wind just blew my the fucking door open. The screen is not the real door, screen downstairs. So, it blew that shit, and it fucking started raining hard as hell. And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh sh And I looked back into the house at the TV, and that shit was on the news. Somebody called me and shit and told me. You know, it's crazy.
What was your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Too many. I love Mike. Let's just say that.
That's good. Who's in your iPod or your CD changer outside of your music now? Who are some of the younger cats that you're listening to and vibing with?
And my AirPod and CD changer. Scarface.
What album? What Scarface album?
The best of Scarface. Just bought it. I just bought it on Rap A Lot Records. Everything's on there. Hand of the Dead Body. Jesse James, all that shit. Marvin Gaye, I Want You. Sade new album, Soldier of Love.
Okay.
So a couple of shits.
I wanted to show you this. We interviewed Steve Stout a couple months ago, and we asked him about you, and just wanted to get your reaction about what he said. He spoke really highly.
Nas. When's the last time you spoke of Nas? Like,
Yesterday.
Too much from him. Okay. How's he doing?
Las Vegas came back from Australia.
Yeah.
They look like
Are you guys gonna be doing any big deals soon, or it's under wraps for now?
it's not anything under wraps. I think that Nas is, Nas is a real artist, man. He's not one of these guys who Nas wishes no one knew what he looked like and he could make music. He's not an artist. That's always been his big thing. He's always wanted to get his music out there, but wish he wasn't famous. So, a lot of Nas turned down more deals than he's done. He just doesn't want to do things. As soon as something's gonna make him extra famous, he's like, nah, I don't want to do that. He really has that spirit. He's a real artist. He's a real artist in the purest sense of it. And I respect that about him. I don't want people to ever look at Nas and judge Nas by how many deals he's done or not done, because that's not the kind of guy. He's not running that race. The race that 50 Cent runs, and Jay runs, and Puffy, he doesn't run that race. I'm not taking anything away from any of those guys' artistry. He just doesn't run that race.
But, 50 Cent, how do you feel?
I just wanted to get your reaction.
Stevie! Man, so Stout knows me, you know what I mean? He knows me. He's been one that's been always trying to, he does a lot of big shit. He's done very well for himself. He knows the marketplace for music and business. He knows how to market the shit out of something, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of felt the music business he graduated, he done it already. So he changed, went to something else, and doing very well. And dude is like someone who used to try to bring me with him to do all these other things and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's just, Stout's get down is, he's straight. You seen the movie Wall Street? Gecko? He's not on the bad side, but on the good side. Michael Douglas joint. He showed me that movie years ago. I never saw it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Oliver Stone, but when I saw it, it wasn't like he's that kind of person, like a bad person, but it just showed you a lot about business and how shrewd shit is and how you gotta be on top of your game. You know what I'm saying? Real New York movie, you know what I'm saying? Dude is inspired by a lot of interesting shit. He's an ill nigga.
Yeah.
Man.
So would you validate, is what Stout was saying true about you? He gave his opinion of, you're not running that race, you're not that type of guy. You would say he's pretty much accurate, or?
Let Stout's words be his words, you know what I'm saying? That was good to hear. It's just good to see him.
Right.
And hear what he had to say, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga.
What's your favorite Nas video of all time? What's your favorite video that you've done? That you had the most fun on, that you could recall?
I had a lot of fun doing Uchi Wally.
When you see me pass, you holler, Uchi bang bang.
Uchi wale wale, Uchi bang bang.
Nah, I'm just fucking. I had a lot of fun doing.
Watching that.
Damn, the recent video, As We Enter.
Show up, blaze it up on your block if you wanna, or haze it up, stash spots in a Hummer, or you can run up and get done up.
You know what I'm saying? It's really easy. It was like Nabil, cool ass director. Got up in there, got us in there, got us in and out. You know what I'm saying? That was cool.
What's your favorite place to tour?
I like Switzerland. I like Tokyo. I like Lagos, Nigeria.
And last question before we get out of here. What's the last thing you bought? The last major thing you purchased?
Major thing or just thing?
Thing. The last thing you pulled out money and bought.
Last thing I pulled out money and bought was weed.
What do you want your fans to get from this Distorelli's album? What do you want them to walk away with when they listen from track 1 to 14?
I like when artists get together and shit and do something together. You know what I mean? I like that. Like to see more of that. You know?
There's gonna be a part 2 to this album?
Yeah, I think so. I think there'll be a part 2. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the solo Nas record in the distance anytime
Yeah,
soon?
yeah. I just started working on a solo record,
Wow.
so that should be out later this year.
Okay. One last question I wanted to ask you about your reaction to Guru passing. I wanted to ask you about that.
Wow. I mean, rest in peace. He was a straight soldier, king of underground. He was that dude, you know what I mean? Mass appeal, just to get a rep. Stick Up Kid anthem back in the days, that one. So, I mean, take it personal. He introduced us to Premier, you know what I'm saying? So, he'll be remembered forever.